get feedback, but it will be live streamed.
Okay.
So
Until you close Zoom.
until you close it,
Okay, makes sense.
you can always mute it if you know you don't want to hear. But
Okay.
so now we're ready to go. So you're
This and then right now is the camera of the computer. We want to switch it to that, right?
no, this is how it always is. So we always just talk to that, or you know, however you want to do it.
Okay, no, that's perfect. Yeah, no, because I thought I was like, well, I'm just looking at you, but you're right, the camera.
Yeah. So we can. The thing is all these cords are really long. I mean, I'm sure we have like 20 feet cords, but the power cord is short. So, but if this is charged, you can unplug this and you can just. Is that what you'd like to do? Okay, so you're gonna stay here?
And then the YouTube is closed already.
Yeah. So the next thing would be. And I like using the mouse.
Yeah.
So, don't know, do you like the mouse or not?
Sure.
Thank
Yeah. I'm assuming Laura's not coming today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your shit, right?
We tried. No, that just because it'd just be me and you. So the
Yeah.
other thing I try to do is bring up the agenda. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think that's like to do that first.
Then your documents. Somebody's already here. Just. Do you want to talk about this part? Or should I? So have you done Zoom at home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then what is this? And then.
Oh, yes,
Okay, ready to go. So when we go to share, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Zoom.
she was,
No. Hi, we're getting set up. We'll be ready in a few minutes.
She's like,
No
well,
worries.
she did mention was, so they're. Out of the neighborhood, so you need.
Your documents.
You.
Okay.
Oh, not here. Yes, right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You
for-
want to be on.
Yes, let's see.
Right, next
No,
up.
can you hear me?
Here.
And I'm right here.
Okay, so now we're looking at that screen. It looks like I'm not muted, right?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
you can hear me, perfect. Hi, Julia, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Let's see. So then, are we ready to start? What time is it? 6:31.
Only up to you.
Okay, one more minute, just for people to get started. I think I have to look that way because the camera's over there. This is my first time really like, sitting on the chair here, controlling all the controls. It's like my third meeting here. Yeah, thank you for joining us. We have two people here are supposed to join the meeting, so I'll just wait for them. So Julia, you are in which neighborhood county?
Yeah, so I'm actually located in CD10, but I was introduced by a couple of mom friends that live in CD8, and I was particularly introduced to Cesar Garcia, who's on the Parks chair.
That is me, yes.
Oh, Cesar! Oh,
Yes.
hi. It
Hi.
said UNNC president, so I was like, is that
Oh,
you? Like, is
No,
that
I am not the UNA, I'm the Park and Recs chair.
Okay.
So, Laura here, I don't know if you.
I'll have to talk, because you can't see me unless it moves. It's not moving.
I know.
Huh, so you know, that's interesting. There I am.
Oh, hi, how's it going? It's nice to meet you.
So she is the president of UNNC, and runs
For the moment.
the show. I am a guest today on the main, and that's what I'm telling you. This is my first time really being on the main screen. But
You're doing great.
anyway, yeah, thanks. All right, I think we should just get started. Let's just go over the agenda. Yes. Let's just go over quickly the agenda here. Maybe we can do introductions, is that what?
Well, if you scroll down to the next page of the agenda, it will say, first item is.
Oh, yeah. So welcome. Okay, and we're calling this meeting to order. And we're gonna review the agenda, before we do anything else. So first thing we're gonna do is general public comments. Then we'll do updates and announcements. We have a lot of updates. Then we'll talk about, how our outreach event, Leslie Shot went. Then we'll do upcoming events, including the April 11 tree planting. That Teresa is heading. And then we'll do further discussion regarding the Paseo Alley. We drafted a letter, so hopefully we can approve that and send it to governing council. And then we'll talk about possible community impact statement for the park needs assessment, and I think this is why Julia's here to discuss maybe how the charter reform can help with a park needs assessment. So Julia is very interested in that. And then we'll talk about any updates and old business. The last thing we'll do. So yeah, so any general public comments?
Okay, we're gossiping over in the corner. Okay, so sorry.
No worries.
We'll just talk about transparently. Well, so what did you say?
General public comments, so maybe we can do
Okay.
introductions. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, I'm Cesar Garcia. I'm the chair of the Rec and Parks Committee here. I've been doing this for less than a year. I started in August, so this is my maybe third meeting, something like that. And I live on Jefferson Park. Okay, Teresa.
Hey, everybody, I'm Teresa Masonette. I'm a former UNNC board member. I'm currently the chair of the tree committee, and I live here in the West Adams Avenues area.
And I'm Laura Myers. I live in the neighborhood called Angeles Vista, which is north of the freeway. And I am president of UNNC. That's why
Cool. Julia.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name's Julia White. Some people say West Adams, some people say Mid-City, but it's like La Brea and Washington, so right on the border.
Mid-City.
So
Mid-City.
yeah, Mid-City, I thought. And so I'm in CD10, but I'm also on the advisory council for the Los Angeles Neighborhood Land Trust. It's a nonprofit organization that has been bringing parks and gardens to Los Angeles specifically since 2002. And they most recently, you might know them for the remediation of the old Jefferson drill site in CD8. So they bought the land, they're remediating it. They're also going to build some affordable housing as well as turn it into a community park. And so I'm here today because there is a charter amendment going to City Council about putting a amendment to increase Parks and Recs budget come this November. And we are, I don't want to say grassroots support because I feel like it's maybe just like roots, not just like grass yet. But we're sort of reaching out to all of the neighborhoods, particularly those that were flagged in the recent parks needs assessment, to urge council members to support the increasing in funding for Parks and Rec.
When is that due again? I feel like it's coming up. I feel like the report is done.
Okay, well, I know the answer. That's why it's on the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, let's just keep on going.
Stay around for the agenda item, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I jumped right in after my introduction. I'm sorry. We can stick to the
All right,
agenda.
Odyssey, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is actually Sunmin Lee. I'm a homeowner and a resident of Jefferson Park. And I think, Caesar, we met at the last Jefferson Park Watch meeting. So I'm involved in that. And I'm just attending these meetings to get to know my neighborhood more and get to know what all the different groups and projects that impact my neighborhood are about. And I'm looking forward to more parks and recs.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for joining us. All right, well, let's go on to the number 3. Or any general public comments?
I do have one.
Yes.
April the 18th, here in Benny Potter Park. The West Adams Avenues is hosting Coffee with the Cop. We welcome people from Jefferson Park and all of the communities nearby to come out, meet your senior lead officer. The police are also bringing a command center so we can see what they use during emergencies. It's very similar to the one that they used during the Palisades fire. It will have refreshments and music. So if you want to come out and find out more about the police or complain to the police, that's April the 18th from 10:30 to 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then this is Laura speaking, because when we're in this room, we are all identified as UNNC president.
Right.
So I will be sending out from UNNC a kind of event stacked e-blast probably tomorrow. But the couple of things that are sooner to happen. This coming Saturday will be a hazardous waste recycling event that CD10 is sponsoring on Crenshaw. The details will be in our e-blast, assuming everyone who's here is signed up for our e-blast. And then,
Sorry, that was me.
no, that's himself.
That's me.
Oh.
He's letting me on. Don't forget to make sure there's no sound on the second.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and Saturday, April 4th is the Spring Eggs Extravaganza here in the park, and that's for kids. There'll be a couple of hundred kids.
Yeah.
And it'll be kids. And then there's a lot of other events, but we'll get to that later in this agenda.
Perfect. Any other general public comments? Okay, let's move on to number 3, updates and announcements. So lots of meetings have happened since last we met. Let me look at my notes. So the Baldwin Hills Urban Watershed, I am a task force member of that, and they're developing a tool that it's pretty much like, that's what we're using to identify like projects. So they're developing their own, and they want us to do an outreach event to like teach the community on how to use it. So those are up and coming. And there's still a lot of discussion on how this works. There's a lot of glitches and things that still don't work. So we'll see what's going on with that. Another one, we just met with SoCal Gas. I forget her title, Gabby. But she's a community outreach person. We talked to her about trying to green up their yard on 36th Street, close to Crenshaw. At first, because when I had first emailed long time ago, I was looking for a park for my kid, and I was like, oh, we're looking maybe to convert some of your some of your parcel into maybe a park, anything that could be greened up, because right now it's all asphalt. So she was pretty much saying no because of all this regulation at this meeting, but I was trying to switch it up to talk about just green it up, put a couple more trees maybe around the perimeter. So I think that went well towards the end. She finally understood what we were trying to do, and compromise onto like maybe looking into putting a couple more trees on the tree wells, and said that her co-workers that work there would water the trees and stuff like that. So that was good. Would you like to add anything, Laura?
Well,
Is this in the parkway?
well, what we, no,
It's in
yes
the
and
parkway?
no,
If
yes,
it's in the parkway, they have to get a permit from the city.
they know.
Okay,
Yeah, well, she knows about regulation. She was concerned. She was much talking just regulation after regulation.
How many, what, say 1,600 permits a year?
Yeah.
BOE that they
Oh,
are
they
getting,
have to do-
they
Yeah.
know what they're doing. And by the way, BOE is really acting slowly, all of their, which are mostly not related to trees, related to gas, no doubt. However, what we were trying to do is kind of make 36th Street. Cough now.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, sick, are you still? I'm still not sick, I just keep coughing. Okay. But remember, I've been coughing since the fires a year ago, January.
Sorry.
But so anytime I get sick, I can't get rid of the cough. Well, oh, you're gonna, that's all right. That's just all right. So basically what she was saying was that they cannot like make the entire parking lot permeable without getting permission from PUC. And that's not the right way to pay taxpayer or ratepayer money.
Right.
And I said, well, you know, what about, oh, you just reconfigured the parking lot, so you've got seemingly plenty of space, and then green the edges, both on your property and off your property.
Right.
To, you know, to make it shady and green as people walk
Right.
down 36, and she actually seemed to think that might work.
That might work. And then, yeah, we got her to agree that. So I've noticed I walk my daughter through there now and then. I saw like they have this like raised bed with a little tiny garden, and they have like 4 chairs around it. And it's really like, kind of like, you know, your co-workers are kind of like.
So, yeah, so then we talked about that, you know,
Yeah.
just make it bigger, a little greener,
Right.
and it'll be nice for your workers and for the people who walk.
Right.
And are you gonna be following up with her?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. She says she'll also, well, I'll draft an email and
Right.
follow up with them.
You wanna stop the share?
Oh, sure.
Well, if you remember.
Yeah. Let's see. Here.
The interesting thing is that the gas company donated $20 million to SEMA.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So she said, see if we can, you know,
Yeah,
maybe there's some funds at SEMA to come back at us.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And she also mentioned a couple other funds.
Climate emergency mobilization.
I'm sure most of the people, I don't know about Odyssey, but the rest of us know about that. But I just wanna keep him.
Right, okay, yeah, we got a lot of things to cover.
Yeah.
Okay, the next person I talked to this past month, it was CD10. I talked to Ali regarding the SoCal Gas. I was like, hey, I'm gonna talk to SoCal Gas, you know, what can we do like with the next like property next door? She pretty much refer me to like, you know what, this is a long haul, like let's stop talking about this. But she brought up again the idea of making a park, the lot on Second and Obama. Like we are really trying for this, like let's focus on that instead of this. So I was like, okay, that's fine, let's just move on. I understand there might be a lot of things complicating that.
So this is Laura speaking again. So I spoke to her today,
Okay,
and I basically said, you know, explained to her, because Danielle and I have been talking about Danielle being the other field that we're gonna go
Right.
to.
yeah,
So I explained to Ally that we're not necessarily gonna back off
right,
of some of the things we've been discussing in your neighborhood.
right,
But what we are doing is for the next several months going, yes, we'll discuss later, going out to our communities
Right.
and finding out their ideas for greening,
right,
because it's very important that we pursue this. So
Right.
we might all be surprised by the answer, including the council office. And I said, so just be prepared that we may or may not back off.
right, yeah. And it was interesting too, yeah, like the main idea here is that all those properties are so close to the metro, and it's just such a terrible walk to get to the metro through there. So we're like trying to green it up, make it a little better for everybody that uses metro, which is starting to pick up. I see a lot more people every few months, more and more different people walking.
Well, basically what she said is, you know, when we're done with our outreach process.
Right.
When we actually have something, we should make a meeting with Kamani, who's the head of, you know, chief of staff.
Right,
So.
all right. Moving on to the next meeting we had, we met with Michelle from Assembly Member Isaac Bryan.
So can I just cut in for one? Thank you. Julia, I see you're nodding your head. You've worked with Kimani and CD10?
Yeah, so I've met with Kamani a few times. I think him and just Councilwoman Heather Hutt's office in general are very supportive of what you guys are describing, particularly around green space and walkability and, you know, creating parks. And they understand the need. And I think, I don't know, you hearing going to Kamani with, you know, after the outreach and stuff, I think is a good idea. I think he's very responsive and good. Also, it's like very behind what you all are talking about. So I think it's good.
Thank you. Yeah, and yeah, so the last one, the last meeting we had this this month was with Michelle from Assembly, member Isaac Bryan. They were also very supportive. The main thing that I got from that was the transformative climate communities that they reference us to. So I was like, yeah, maybe we should do this, but it seems like a lot of work, which is another thing that we could think about. But they said that they could schedule a walkthrough with their strategic growth council to let us know how it actually works. I haven't followed up yet because so many things. But I can send that email because it's already pretty much said. Just need to send.
And that certainly, I think, is one that we need to have CD10 involved.
Involved in?
Yeah, we can't kind of overstep
Okay.
them. We need.
So yeah, that's why I haven't sent the email. Like, no one's giving me any feedback on this email. Like, I would appreciate it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Was I on that too?
I think so.
Sorry, I will look at that.
No worries. All right, then I will resend. Maybe some feedback will be.
Yeah, let's get busy first.
Yes. All right, that was it for the updates. Let's move on to item number 4. So feedback on the Leslie Shaw Park.
Can you share it?
Oh, no, share
What do you
the.
want him to share?
The map.
Oh,
Oh,
the map.
the map.
This is the
Oh, which item are we talking about?
this is number 4, the what do you call it, the outreach event, any positives, any.
Oh, I wasn't there.
Yeah, I will say there was a lot of feedback. Many people came over. You did a great job with the designing, you and Lauren designing that map. The stickers from Arla, the toolkit from Arla was fabulous. A lot of people, I don't know, Julia, if you know about this, but we started this greening project, and Caesar and his wife took the UNNC boundary map and enlarged it by 2x4 poster board, and we asked the community to let us know where they would like to see more trees, bioswales, road speed humps, all kinds of
Ideas.
feedback, butterfly parks, native flowers. So we had a lot of input from that, and it was great, Caesar. I think worked really well.
Yeah,
So this is Laura speaking. So I've only heard good things. And of course, now we want to take that show on the road.
Mhm.
And I know that's the next agenda item.
right.
But the important question, because looking at the clock, is we're not at the clock for tonight, but the calendar.
Yes.
Do we have enough stickers, or do we need to?
No,
go
we need to
further
buy more. Yes, we need to definitely buy more.
this week?
Yeah, if do I need to ask for funding, or how would that work?
Because you still have them.
Oh,
Remember we gave you $500.
You did, you did.
And I don't, I don't remember how much.
it was about $304 this time.
Yeah,
That was for the poster and for the.
The 2 posters and then there was a lot of
Flyers.
flyers.
Yeah,
right, but we also, we have money,
Okay.
so,
so how many more sheets do you think you'll need? How many, did we have before, 10 sheets?
We had only 10 sheets and
Yes.
we used them very much. Well, no, there's plenty left, but there's a lot of the stickers that were very much used.
Yes.
Were like the trees were pretty much
Yeah.
gone, and flowers.
So, say 10 more, we need 10 more sheets.
well, we propose, we're going out the 11th of April,
Mhm.
the 18th of April, the 9th of May, the 7th of June, and the last Saturday in June. Those dates are already secured, so I don't know.
Okay, I think that's for next, so we're just.
Yeah, that's
focus
what
on
I was
this.
to say, that one, I don't think it's gonna be as large as what the event was.
Right.
And the one and the coffee with the cop may be the same size.
And the May 9th is the fire service day, so that may be large, because well, you're,
Why don't we say 30?
30, and I think we can rearrange, so the stickers most used, we can make just full pages of those instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Yes, Odyssey, I'm sorry, I forgot your.
sons.
Yeah, is this map on a website somewhere, or can we see it?
Sure.
yeah, no, we don't have time, it's not that. Yes, Odyssey, if you go to our website, unnc.org, goodbye, and you look under about, you will see a map with our boundaries, the neighborhood council boundaries.
No, the map with all the input from the.
Oh,
Would you like to see? I was about to click, double
Yeah,
click.
just click it.
Just click it. I
Okay, we're
really want to
taking
send you.
30
There,
seconds.
30 seconds. All right. So this is
Not it.
not it, but so this is the size though. You can see it's as big as the people there. And this is the final feedback that we ended up getting.
Whoops.
It's my computer's acting really slow, maybe because it's. Yeah, so people put a bunch of stickers. It's kind of hard to see them, but they're everywhere. On this area, because we were at Leslie Shaw, and around Leslie Shaw, they put so much stickers. So, and then
most of the people who came out live there and they want to see the alleys green, they want to see more greening, more trees, native flowers, I think was another thing that a lot of people talked about.
Right.
So
So this was the first effort,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be more. The map hopefully will end up filled in all corners, but we'll see.
yeah. So any other
The
feedback?
file? This
you
is in the file? Is this in the file that we can download, like, or something? or-
Oh.
no, I think right now what we're doing is we are collecting the data. We have this map, we have another large one, we're gonna take it out on the road, and then Caesar is gonna compile all of that information and.
After we finish going.
Yeah, I
out,
think that's another thing I really wanted to bring up is like
yeah.
the amount of work that is required to actually input into the digital tool that we're using. There's gonna be a lot. So if anybody wants to help, I would be very like maybe I was thinking of like, a working day one day, bring out the big map and then.
Oh, that'd be great. Maybe we could schedule something here on a Saturday, Laura.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we're gonna do that.
that would be really helpful because it is very time consuming clicking on
Yeah, and if
the
you have a couple people.
yeah, and then you can just
Okay.
get it done in an hour. We have like 3 people.
Cool.
Alright, moving on, we'll schedule that for another time.
So that son, I can upload into the same agenda packet as is now the raw map. Or the first version, it just isn't gonna be very meaningful until we've gone out to the other neighborhoods.
Exactly. Okay, moving on to the next one. So the April 11 tree planting event, we need some logistics here. So can you tell us what's happening on the 11th?
So we are planting 9 trees along the sound wall between 21st and Gramercy, at the corner of 21st and Gramercy, going over to Manhattan Place. LACC is our planting partner. They are also going to be doing a shade tree and a fruit tree giveaway. This is really for Western Heights community, but it's for all of the neighborhood council, but Western Heights is the one who requested the removal of the dead trees and the planting of the new trees. The council district, don't have a confirmation, but I believe they are going to get the permit so we can have like a block party. We're gonna have refreshment for the volunteers. We're also partnering with USC. Some students will be coming out to help plant. And we want community members to come help plant. It's from 8 to 12 and
Okay, so can we get a table? So we can
yes,
Okay.
UNNC has a table. We'll have our canopy and the community will come out to
do this.
Right.
All right, one thing I forgot to mention that we said we would do at the outreach event that we didn't do very well is asking people what it means for them to green things up. Green to you. So maybe we can keep that in mind for this outreach event. So we can, because you brought this Post-it notes. I like once at the end I was like, oh, the Post-it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's a really good point because I have to tell you, I kind of forgot that.
Yeah.
And especially when we come to the avenues and we have a lot of people.
Yeah.
There were some children, I remember when you asked them, someone asked, what does green mean? And
They asked the children, because they were like settled, they were drawing their parks, they were like,
Oh.
so what does green mean to you? And
it was so beautiful to have input from children.
Yeah.
Really nice. So yeah, that's a really important point.
okay.
Okay, and so my understanding is that Chris and Siobhan, even though they're in charge of the whole darn thing on the Western Heights logistics side,
Mhm.
that they both want to be at this table so they can be trained, because they're in turn gonna go out on the June 7th event.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, we have a
Right,
layout and
so we need to be
UNNC
clear to train some people.
Great.
the UNNC canopy. We'll have 2 tables with refreshments, and then we'll have the map right next to it, so
Perfect.
we're all be there.
Perfect. Any volunteers from the Zoom people that would like to come and help us? That would be amazing. All right, any questions or concerns about what we just discussed?
No,
Okay, moving on to number 5. I don't know where in the agenda we are, but the next thing is the drafting the letter for the alley next to
do we have other events?
uh.
Okay,
oh,
I didn't bring a copy of the agenda. Do you
Here, I have
have
it.
the agenda?
Yes.
I have it
Sorry,
somewhere.
Caesar, what did you just ask volunteers for?
Yeah, for the April 11 greening, I'm sorry, tree planting event.
Okay.
You can come and help with the big map. That would be amazing.
Okay, so I'm looking, yeah, so item 5 is sort of a follow-up to item 4, and that's really where we need volunteers. So I am trying very hard to spread the wealth among UNNC board members. So I have Elizabeth signed up for June 6th and June, I think it's 27th already, for our mapping, for the green master
What is the
plan,
June 6th event?
June 7th, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is Debbie Allen Dance Academy
Oh, okay.
annual Washington Boulevard Block Club, like block party, so they close Washington Boulevard. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot, and then the last Saturday in June is LA 84 Play Day.
Okay.
So there may be others, but I've got Elizabeth on those two, because I know what her schedule is right now.
And you also have Siobhan and.
I for sure have Chris said we have Siobhan, but Siobhan doesn't know we have Siobhan, so for Donna.
Okay,
Maybe.
so you have 4 people there, or 3 people.
Well, me.
And that's 4 people. so
Yeah, that's
there's more
that
than
one's
enough.
going.
Okay.
Right, but I don't have anybody yet assigned for coffee with cop. I mean, it'll be me, but
I
we'll
mean,
do-
and I'll do the, because I will probably get the canopy after the tree planting. And have James help me, and then next
yeah,
weekend,
well,
right here.
we got 20 people on the board, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
well, Michael Kembro.
yeah, should be at
because
coffee
he
with
should
a
be
cop.
coffee with a cop.
Okay,
Yeah, so we're busily telling people, but I am telling people which ones they should be at.
okay, yeah,
I'm trying to do this a little one-on-one, because you can't do all of it.
thank you, I really appreciate you saying that. All right, next item is, the Paseo Alley, we're calling it Paseo Alley, but it's the alley, along Expo Boulevard, along the train. We're trying to green it up, and we found out that this alley was approved by the Metro Board to be part of the first mile, last mile plan. However, we had a meeting with first mile, last mile, and they're like, yeah, we planned it, but it's not our responsibility to implement. So we're now asking CD10 to implement,
Well, to do a motion is
to
to be
do a
counted.
motion, yes.
Yeah, Caesar had wanted us to do a community impact statement, and the whole thing with neighborhood councils is a little bureaucratic. So community impact statements attached to council motions.
Right, yeah,
So we need.
I need to understand that, I was like,
Yeah.
well, it's just.
So you-
yes,
but you-
every day.
But you drafted.
Yeah, I can share
That
that letter,
It's a letter.
To council.
it pretty much states that, this is our first mile, last mile issue. It connects residents to the E and K line.
You might need to.
Zoom it in a little bit. Here. Oh, sorry, I'm on the computer, I'm sure this happens quite a bit. So should I just read it out loud?
That's good.
Okay, so I can just summarize it, or should I just read it out loud?
How long is it?
It's about a page, it's very short. Okay, so it says the United Neighborhood Council is writing to formally request that your office introduce a motion to initiate the implementation of the Exposition Plain Green Alley project. That's from South Bronson Avenue to 9th Avenue. UNNC was surprised to recently learn that while this project was vetted and conceptually approved by Metro in 2021 as part of the first last mile initiative for the Expo Crenshaw Hub, no funding was attached at the time, and no progress has been made to move forward in the years since. The corridor is a critical artery for transit riders accessing Metro E and K lines. Implementing this green paseo And that's thanks to Colleen, she really likes the branding of things, so I like that too. Address the first mile last gap. It provides safe, shaded, dignified path for thousands of daily users, combat the heat island, introduce tree canopy to shade port corridor, aligning with the city's environmental justice goals, and fulfill its stalled vision. And finally, act in 2021 approved conceptual project. And they have this beautiful plan, guys. Like it's just like they have the renderings, they have the like how much it would cost. It's just-
You plan on attaching that?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yes, so we can, and then they have for the whole area, maybe we can talk about Jefferson Boulevard there too, because they also have a proposal for that. But right now, we're just gonna focus on the alley. We are requesting that your office take the necessary steps to create a council file for this project, so UNNC and other stakeholders may finally offer our support via community impact statement.
I think-
Anything you would like
I think it's nice. I feel it's a little,
to pushing?
just a little bit,
No.
just my experience working with them. I don't think we need to be like that, but
Right.
if you feel fine with it, I don't know.
I would welcome whatever finesse you put on it, if you do.
But you feel good about it, Caesar?
I feel like
And
it's
it-
just direct and to the point, you know?
Yeah, just my voice is a little bit different, but
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
go with you.
Yeah, unless people on Zoom, what do you think? Is it too direct or?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there, are we trying to get money for this? If there's money there or? I mean,
well, that would be an important step, but just creating the project.
Yes, we're not asking for money, we're asking for the council to make this a priority in all of the greening efforts that they're making. So the fact that Metro has already done a lot of the groundwork already,
Yeah, and they approved the plan.
yes, so we just really want to present to them and say, hey, we've been talking to you about the greening this alley, here's Metro's plan, that beautiful conceived plan, and we'd like for your support to move this forward.
And so, yeah, and I agree. So just bringing up money though, because every time we've been shut down because, oh, there's no money, how can you do this? And as I've been doing this work, I found out there's so many grants for greening initiatives, like the Baldwin Hills River Watershed. I'm a part of the task force, and we can bring that up. They cover a lot of the costs.
And Julia, what about your organization? You guys get grants too and fund projects.
Yeah, I mean, we are a small but mighty team. There's about 10 people as part of the Los Angeles Neighborhood Land Trust, and they're constantly clawing for grants and things like that. I could I mean, they're more focused on parks and gardens. I think overall greening is obviously part of like the overall mission. But Caesar, if I think your letter is good in general, I'm also wondering if like maybe there's like an ask that you could put in there for maybe someone from the council office to come with you to like walk the Green Paseo like place and kind of maybe showcase like what it's like today and what the plans are. And so maybe it's even like an invitation for them just to come see it in addition to like moving a motion forward.
Oh, I like that
I
idea.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And the other thing I think, it's good to focus on the fact that Metro approved it in 2021,
Yeah.
but idea was initiated
20.
15 or 20
Okay,
years
yes,
ago.
but
Alright,
yeah.
let's keep it moving. Let's go to, so do we approve this letter or?
Well, we can finesse it, but.
Yeah, I think in concept, it's great, and I really agree with Julia, we should have an ask in.
Okay,
you
so
know.
I'll re-edit it and then bring it up where?
No, we're gonna put it on the board.
Okay,
It'll be on the agenda for the board.
Right, so on April the 3rd,
Second.
April the 2nd,
Okay.
you'll just present it again to the governing board.
sounds good. Thank you so much. All right, moving on to item 7, the park needs assessment.
So take this unshare.
This is probably going to share here on this one.
No, you want to unshare?
Yes, all right, so now we're going to the last item, so we're finally looking at the council file 25-1538 regarding the park needs assessment, the P&A. So, okay,
I will introduce them.
thank you.
Laura
Thank you.
speaking.
Laura speaking.
So, Daryl Ford from the Parks and Recreation wrote us. I'm not really sure who was on that blog. There were a lot
There
of
was a
people.
lot of, that was a lot of discussion that got us to
Yeah.
Daryl Ford.
But in any case, he wrote us an email.
Carol Ford is the planning and
Planning director.
director of recreation and parks. He
So-
oversees
Right,
new park development.
right. And basically he was responding to a question about when is Recreation and Parks going to respond with a feasibility study? One or more of the little potential parks that Council District 10 has identified and initiated a process.
A motion.
At City Council. And his broad response was, well, our board of directors or board of commissioners at Recreation and Parks in December passed the park needs assessment. And we're going to be developing an implementation tool, and we're going to not do anything else without that tool, and we're going to
The
follow.
toolkit, yeah, he mentioned a toolkit.
Right, and we're gonna follow this, like to the letter, only it turns out they don't yet have that option because it's actually moving on to city council and it is pending at city council subcommittee on art, parks, and whatever.
And
Okay,
neighborhood.
okay, that's the thing, when you
Right.
emailed me about that, I was like, I'm not.
So city council has not approved,
I understand.
Explain
Yeah,
it.
no, I understand now,
Yeah.
thank you.
so city council has not approved this 700 some page document yet.
Right.
And Teresa said, you didn't really read it. And I said, well, I skimmed, but I've looked and looked and looked and looked. So what it appears they have done is they divided the city into 4 grids. So normally the city is 7 regions, but they did 4 regions. And it appears to me, and it's really hard to find my way through this, that they're doing the assessments within the region. So they're not saying the South LA region is far more in need than the West LA region.
Mhm.
They're looking within South LA to see what parts of South LA have more needs than what other parts. So in the end, they're identifying basically everything is east of us. And they did not identify anything over here on the mapping.
Okay, so my recommendation, because we do have another meeting coming up shortly,
Right.
is that, and I don't know if you've had a chance to.
I've been looking through it, but now,
Okay.
It's hard.
Yeah.
All right, that we write a letter, a community impact statement to the file,
Mhm.
because it's still pending, it's gotta go through the committee before it then goes before the full council,
and do
so.
we know when they're gonna vote
No,
on this?
we have
Okay.
It could be tomorrow, it could be 3 weeks from
Yeah, I think they meet once maybe twice a month, I can't remember, but there's so many agenda items, so the chair determines what comes up, so I don't know, we could. If we want, we can probably reach out, try to find out, but we don't have a letter yet, so why don't we just get ourselves together,
And
And-
draft the letter.
right?
Okay.
Talk about within the South LA region where we have identified areas where we think parks will maybe viable.
Right, and again, I think conceptually, if I'm correct, because again, it's really a dense document and it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
And the way they've done the mapping is very
Yeah, I know.
difficult, but it does feel like they're. If all of South LA is Park 4,
Yeah,
we shouldn't be competing within South
Right.
LA for money.
I'm gonna go back to Julia, because I think Julia has some ideas about how the charter reform could impact this, or how we can involve it, or write a separate CIS letter for this.
Well, yeah, the CIS for charter reform would be
Right. Julia, would you like to talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, the parks needs assessment cost the city about $4 million. It had input from 100,000 Angelinos, including some people I knew. And it kind of painted a pretty bleak picture of all of, I think, LA needing green space, and how the the funding for Parks and Rec or Rec and Parks REP is pretty dire right now. They have 278 million that comes from the city allocation, like a required allocation of property taxes for them. But the charter reform is looking to double that. So have them about a little less than 600 million annually per year. And if they do get that funding, they will be able to sort of not only address deferred maintenance, but create parks, right? And from what I understand at the Los Angeles Neighborhood Land Trust, a park can cost anywhere, I think the base starting line is like $5 million right now for a small park, right? And so it's significant money if they were to double their funding. I mean, something else that's like kind of strange about the Rec and Parks Fund is they actually have to pay back the city for the LADWP bills that they get for maintaining the park. So even though they have about 348 million, most of that coming from the charter allocation, like 92 million goes back to the city in bills that they actually owe for keeping the lights on in the parks.
All right.
And so
We're about to end the meeting.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
So just so we can keep it a little fluid. So do we want to write 2 CISs, one for the parking assessment and then one for the charter reform?
So it's already working on one. for
We are
charter
working,
reform.
Oh,
we
we
are,
are?
working, so, but I don't have this, I mean, I would need the. Yeah, we're working on a long letter.
Okay.
Well, we could have a
We need-
paragraph on recreation and parks.
But I would need the information.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, especially since at this point, it's probably making up a number, 17B3.
Yeah.
Some set of recommendations, I would need.
Would it be nice to have like a separate CIS for each section of the rep? No. I would love to draft it.
No, but I mean, the uploading of it.
Oh, I see.
I mean.
Well, why can't we just have
Yeah,
recs and
okay.
parks and then everything, UNNC have everything else and.
Well, we could.
I mean, because this is relatively important
Yes.
and we know that charter reform, unlike some of the other objectives they have, they are making this recommendation and it is.
Well,
Yeah,
if you want to prepare,
Julia, could you send us some of those,
Stats.
yeah, or.
yeah.
I've
So
suggested language.
Yeah,
yeah, I've got a lot of email templates, particularly if people want to call their council member directly and talk about it. But maybe I can send that to you,
Well, you know what?
and it could be like a nice reference to lift the language and put it in this letter you're
Yeah,
talking about.
So what we want is the language lifted. Certainly a lot less than 2,000 characters and spaces, because we would want to add our own little spin, our neighbor.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
you send us what you have, or send it to Caesar, Julia, we really appreciate it, and then we'll kind of finesse it from there and make sure it meets the uploading requirements.
Yeah. Thank you, Julia, for sure.
Yeah.
Of course. No, thank you all for having me. It's been great joining your meeting.
Yeah. All right. Well, any discussion about the PNA or the charter reform?
It's just that I need this stuff pretty early. The agendas due extremely early.
I went. Today is Tuesday.
No, I understand. Today is
Monday.
Monday. The agenda is due on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get it.
No, but I mean, that really do.
Yeah.
Because it's a very short staff for the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment.
Okay.
Skeleton staff working this weekend because they have Friday and Monday off.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get it done.
Okay,
Anything else? All right, moving on to the last one.
Oh, we
Just-
gotta, yeah.
Yeah.
Any old business? Okay, we're just
Done.
working on more grants and finding grants and shit.
yeah.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. Okay, that's the end of our
Right,
meeting.
so you're meeting a month from now, right?
Yeah, our
And
next
you'll
meeting,
have a full meeting. You could have
yeah,
2 hours.
next meeting is April 27th. Please join us if you're interested. There's a lot of
Right,
things
yeah.
happening.
We have a tree meeting right after this, everybody, but normally Caesar will be able to have his full length meeting, so next month he'll have from 6:30 to 8:30 or whatever.
9, no, I'm just kidding. Kids, I need to go.
Okay, so you need to log out so you can log in. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.